it's Rachel.
And Tony.
From Tony and Rachel's Excellent Adventures. So today we just wanted to make a short video of our cruise on the Carnival Liberty. Just our experience on it, the things that we liked and the things that we didn't like.
Yep. And
some changes that we noticed since the pandemic started.
Yeah. I'm excited. This is going to be short, sweet, but you know, we just want to let you guys know what we thought of our experience on the Carnival Liberty. So yeah, let's start this thing off.
All right, so let's first talk about
the negatives.
The food. Yeah, we're gonna do the negatives first and save the positives for last. But we're going to talk about the food. The Carnival Liberty is an older ship, so they didn't really have the specialty restaurants up there, which we were kind of looking forward to. They do have the steakhouse, Fahrenheit 555, and they also have the seafood shack.
Yeah. And you have options like Guy's Burger. They do have Guy's Burger and Blue Iguana, so you do have that. And they have the barbecue on sea days.
Yeah, on sea days. The barbecue spot is upstairs. I think is that midship. Like the stairs to it are in Lido Marketplace.
Yep.
So then let's talk about Lido Marketplace.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll talk about breakfast. The breakfast is always good from the marketplace. You can get omelets, pancakes, waffles, French toast, bagels, cereal. So the options are very good. But what we found was different were the scrambled eggs. Yeah.
We're egg lovers, and we normally, you know, I know it's been a little while since we cruised and, you know, things were a certain way, but like, man, like we got to those eggs and it was like, I don't know, they were mushy. They were so watery, like so much liquid was still left in them. And I think Rachel was saying how they were soggy.
Yeah. The pan, they were just sitting in a pile of liquid in the pan. So I don't know if they're powdered eggs but they're just different. If I got eggs, which wasn't very often, I just tried to like scoop them from the top, and definitely need salt and pepper.
Oh yeah, it needed some.
But for the most part, we didn't even get eggs.
Yeah, I think I got an omelet maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I ate cereal and potatoes and sausage.
Yeah, but you also mentioned that the bacon is only like, what's served every other day now?
Yeah, bacon's every other day, and they scoop it for you. If they put a couple pieces up there and you want more, just ask them for more. They'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So bacon, also like the bacon crumbles at the guys.
Oh, yeah.
The guys' burgers where you can put your own toppings on it. They didn't have bacon there at all.
That's right. Right. So good call. Good call.
So we used to use it to put on our French fries.
Yeah. Ooh, with some pico.
Yeah.
All right.
So lunchtime in Lido Marketplace. They have good food. And they did change out a few things during the week, but a lot of the times the stuff was like the same.
Yeah.
And I noticed they didn't have as much, not as many options as before.
Which, you know, we understand. You know, with the pandemic and everything, it changed a lot of things.
Right.
That used to be normal, but for right now, it's been our new normal for the last few years.
Yeah. And then dinner, of course, they opened up a little later. If you chose to not go to the MDR, which is the main dining room, then you can eat at Lido Marketplace, Guy's Burgers, the deli, places like that. But we went to Lido Marketplace for dinner one night, and we just weren't very happy with the options. They had like one islander with food on it on both sides.
Yeah, it was like totally different from how it used to be, which, like I told you before, we understand, but the variety at, you know, dinner time just wasn't there.
Yeah.
It just wasn't there. I mean, like, they always had a big rice dish every night, whether it was some kind of rice medley or some kind of rice, fried rice, and that was a staple every night. And then you had your different proteins or whatever, and they really
like seafood and shrimp and
it was kind of the same. So like if you wasn't into those type of dishes, you know, for dinner time your options was kind of limited.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something we didn't care for too much.
And then they have late night snacks. which is nice. I don't remember them. Did they always have late night snacks?
Yeah, you used to be able to get, you know, the like hot dogs and fries, and it was always something, you know, small.
Right. But this time, like every single night for late night snacks, they had like the same four options?
4 or 5, like a meatball like sub.
Ham and cheese
on toast with chips, you know, plain potato chips up under.
Yeah, there was like a Mexican macaroni salad.
Yeah.
And there was like a pasta dish.
Yes, pasta with they had pepperonis and cheese on top.
I mean, it was good. It was really good. But it was the same every single night. Like they didn't change it at all.
Yes, I mean, if you wanted something different from pizza and room service, then, you know, they offered you something, but it just wasn't like, wow, every night. Right.
They did put out chocolate chip cookies, so
yeah,
I was happy about that.
Cookies are the best.
Yeah.
So to close out the marketplace, I'll say this. In the afternoons and evenings, because the ship wasn't selling at full capacity, the associates, you know, they had a lot of free time. Okay, so much free time that we're not used to seeing, that they were in little corners talking and laughing and so forth. But also the customers, like my wife and I, we would, you know, grab something to eat and go sit in there, and boy, would they hover over top of you, you know, waiting for you to finish your food. So you kind of felt rushed, you know, and that's something, you know, we kind of looked at each other, was kind of annoying. We had at one point a young lady start vacuuming right there by our feet while we were eating. And I was like, wow, man, you know, like, what is going on here? This is totally different than what we used to. I mean, I understand you have free time, but, like, we just felt like because they didn't have much to do, because there wasn't many of us there, that, you know, they were like, hurry up, eat your food. Come on, you ready to take it?
They would stand there and just stare at you while you're eating. Now, it wasn't like for the most part, the crew on the ship were amazing. They're nice, you know, happy. But it was just something about the Lido Marketplace. They didn't smile. They didn't talk to you. If you said good morning, they act like they didn't hear you, you know, and it was kind of like we were bothering them.
Yep, that's exactly how it felt.
That's exactly how it felt, that we were bothering them, that we were there. And our ship was only at 40% capacity. So I'm not really sure what was going on there, because all the other areas of the ship, everybody was very nice, and it was just like,
it was just that area,
the normal crew, you know, on a cruise ship that's just happy for you to be there. So definitely some improvement in that area.
Yeah. So let's close out that part of it. What we want to move on to now?
The water.
Wow. Okay. So, like, look, we didn't bring any 12 packs on with us. We did order bottled water for our room, which normally, you know, we kept it on us. But like when we would work out and we might not have had a bottle of water, or if we finished it in the exercise room, we would stop downstairs, you know, on the Lido deck and get some water. Well, one particular morning, you know, I got some water from out of the, you know, right next to the ice machine. And man, it tasted so like rust or some kind of chemicals in it. And I was telling Rachel, I said, man, the filtration system on here must be terrible. Because like to taste bottled water that's been filtered in your room, and then you go upstairs into the Lido Marketplace and you grab some water, and you can tell the difference in the taste.
It's just not even comparing it to bottled water. Just comparing it to other cruise ships we've been on. Because I drink that water a lot on Lido, like when we're eating or whatever. And I've never tasted water that tasted so bad. Like pipes.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. So if you go on the Liberty, I recommend getting water from room service delivered to your room. Yeah. Because their water's not good.
But to each his own.
Yeah.
This is just our experience.
Right.
Okay. What's next?
So let's talk about the fun shops.
Okay.
That's always a fun place to go, you know, to look around and get souvenirs. They normally have things that you may have forgotten, like deodorant, you know, hairbrush, things like that. So we noticed that the fun shops have been cut down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They don't carry as much variety as they used to. and like the supplies of things you need. Because I was going to get some cough drops while we were up there. It's a very small section. So they don't have a lot of the stuff that they used to.
Yeah.
And for like a little tiny bottle of cough syrup, it was like $20.
$20, yeah.
So make sure that you guys take whatever you need with you before you get on the cruise ship.
Even some things you think you might not need, you know, just to have, if it's something small, you know, to have with you or have on you is going to be very valuable, because cruise ships know we're going to have the essentials that you might leave at home and charge you probably triple for it.
Yeah. So,
you know, something to be mindful
of. So then let's move on, shall we?
Shall we?
So we played a little trivia game while we were on the cruise ship, where we would just ask a question on our door, and if people wanted to answer it, they just slide a little sticky note under our door, and then we do a random drawing. So we walked the halls a lot on the cruise ship, and we noticed on quite a few of the floors. How many floors?
Quite a few. Probably about 2 or 3.
A lot of the times the ship smelled like sewer.
Yeah.
At first I thought, because the first time I really like smelled it, we were at port, and I just thought maybe they're emptying the septics or whatever.
Or I think she thought it was me also. Just saying. Okay.
But then we noticed that when we were sailing and stuff too, that the hallways.
Yeah, see, we had a balcony, and our neighbor too was saying the same thing to the right of us. You know, she was saying how it was smelling on certain floors also.
Yeah.
And she could smell it in a casino.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe that's something they need to work on fixing, too.
Or could have been something in the food that went through them. Yeah, and people had gas or something. You know, let's blame it on gas.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
So, let's talk about our room. It was, you know, basic interior stateroom. We did order water, so we used the refrigerator, and we tried every trick. Leave the door open.
Yeah, the little cabinet door to
the refrigerator to keep it cold.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't keep our stuff cold. So the refrigerator was not working all that well.
No, it was having a bad day.
And then we also noticed we had our AC set like on the coldest that it could go. And in the middle of the night, our room would get hot.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like it would blow cold all day, and then a certain time at night is like...
It was like it shut off or something, because our room would get really, really hot.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's that. And then let's talk about the entertainment. We all know, you know, everybody looks forward to the entertainment. The playlist productions, comedy shows, the ice carving, the mega deck party, like the sail away party. So let's talk about our experience.
Or the lack of.
So it just so happens that they were leaving Miami. It was raining and windy pretty hard, which that happened a few hours before we even left port. So when we were leaving, they canceled our deck party. Instead of, you know, having it elsewhere, they just canceled it. They didn't even say anything about canceling it.
It was just gone.
So we didn't have a deck party, a sail away party, on that whole cruise.
Yeah, we didn't.
We had the mega deck party, but that was all. That was like only the major thing that we did that whole cruise was just the mega deck party.
Yeah.
We didn't have a rock and glow party.
Nope, all white party.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was sad.
So like literally, when we opened up our fun times, on the Carnival hub, like trivia was listed up there like 10 times, like every single day, different kinds of trivia. And though trivia is fun, it's not something that you want to do like every single day.
On a 6-day cruise.
Yeah.
So like, you would want to try to get in as much fun things as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying trivia is not fun. It's fun for a lot of people, but then you got a bunch of us that, you know, want to maybe see and do something different. That's all. Yeah.
I don't even know, like they didn't have, like the weather warmed up, of course, but they didn't have like no poolside games.
Like the hairy chest. I'm not saying I want to see hairy chestesses and everything. But
yeah, but they didn't even do anything to replace it. Like nothing.
The mixology or nothing. It was just nothing.
Right. So those, I would say, are probably our negatives about the ship. that we wanted to share with you. So we can get into the pros.
Okay. Let's see.
So let's start with the food, because everybody likes food.
Okay, let's start it off. You start it off.
So for the most part, 95%, 5% being the scrambled eggs, I would say that the food was pretty good. We experienced C-Day brunch, which we forgot to talk about that. C-Day brunch menu is cut down tremendously.
Ooh,
like
big time.
They don't have French toast up there anymore. Like a lot of the stuff that they offered before is gone.
Yeah.
But anyways, C-Day brunch was delicious.
Yep. Every day.
We would try different things, and then we'd just share it so we could experience it all. The Voyage burger.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was one of the best burgers I've had.
I've had the Huevos Ranchero. We've had that. That was pretty good. That was because I'm not a runny egg type person. I like eggs all kind of ways, but runny is not one of them. So I experienced that.
Right.
That was good. A great experience.
Or the omelet.
Oh yeah, the omelet.
The little round like hash browns they give you. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Yep. And we tried all 3 burgers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, but
was good.
It was really good. Yeah.
And then they do have Guy's Burgers and Blue Iguana. And that food never disappoints.
It doesn't. Like, we freaking ate at those places every day. One of those places.
Mostly Blue Iguana for their taco salads.
Yes. Oh, the taco salads and the fish tacos.
Yeah.
The fresh pico.
So that's good. You have that to look forward to. And then, of course, there's, how do you say, Pizza del Capitan? No?
Yeah. I mean, that's
24-hour pizza.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. And even though they have their, like, listed, like, kinds that they have, you can have them add stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can adjust. Like, I like to get the Quattro. I think it's like, all the different kind of cheeses or whatever. And I ask them to add pepperoni and mushrooms, because I like mushrooms too. And that's how I get it every time. And it's always freaking good. I don't care.
And I'm going to tell you, the guys that work the pizza place.
Always happy.
Blue Iguana, Guy's Burgers, like, they're always in a good mood. Like, always. So that's kind of refreshing.
It is. We could talk about Fahrenheit 555. That was our first time actually going to a specialty restaurant, and I will say the food was really good. The service was excellent. Granted, this was on Captain's Night, and it was weird because, like we said before, the shit wasn't going at full capacity as far as passengers go. So, like, it was hardly anybody in the steakhouse. So, man, like, we walked in, and it was like 4 or 5 waiters and waitresses just, like, really eager to help us. That was nice.
It was nice. But the food in the steakhouse was amazing.
It always is.
And it was really good.
Except for the chefs.
So on the first Captain's Night or Elegant Night, because we've noticed it must be just that night.
Yeah.
They bring you out like a little gift from the chef.
Right. That's what it's called.
And they bring you out this spoon, this little tiny spoon, and it has foam on it.
Yeah.
What did it even taste like? Like a little nutty or something?
It
was foam. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
And then beside that, they bring out like this little biscuit, and it had this blob on top of it. And they said it was like supposed to be like a coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Flavor. So it was like this little blob, and when you bite into it, it like bursts in your mouth. It tastes like earwax.
It was terrible.
It was the worst.
Oh my God.
So if you go there, just eat the biscuit. Scrape that thing off because
biscuit. Oh, funny.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Like you could just hear people around the restaurant laughing when somebody at their table would try it.
Yeah, the new people because it was like the appetizer before the appetizer. So like it was one of those things where like everybody sitting in a steakhouse waiting for the new couple to come in or family.
Yeah.
And we watch them bite into that thing, and everybody just sit around laughing.
Yeah, which we posted a video from that night at the steakhouse. If you guys want to watch it, it's quite funny.
Yeah. All right. So what else?
So then let's talk about some of the staff. So first of all, our cruise director, Dustin, who always came to us from the ceiling. He was a good cruise director. Yeah. He was very visible. He was
attentive.
He was sociable with the passengers. You know, he was like, "Hey, is it your birthday? Are you celebrating an anniversary? Like, you know, give me your name and your room number, and I'll give you something special." You know, like, he was fun, energetic.
Yeah, it was my birthday, and you know, Rachel made sure he got, you know, our name and cabin number and everything. And man, you know, he shouted me out that morning, and then we got some chocolate covered strawberries later.
Right.
Compliments from him. So yeah, you know, I appreciate that because he didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. And then two of our favorite people.
Yes.
Were our master mixologists at the Alchemy Bar.
Oh my gosh, those three guys. But you know,
Yakub
yeah,
and Sinan.
Yeah.
I hope I said your name right. But they're the best.
Man, listen, they customize your drinks for you. You know, depending on how you feeling at that moment. Hey, if you feeling bubbly, well, we can make you something bubbly. If you feeling fruity, we can make you something fruity. So like, it was nice sometimes not to go by the menu and just have them wing it.
Yeah.
And I tell you, every time they done that for me, and I can say for Rachel, each one was just as good, if not better, than the last one. So that made it fun.
Yep. They're really fun to like hang around.
Yeah, I mean, like,
they talked to us. Good conversation. Yeah. It felt like they were our friends. Had been our friends for a long time.
Yep. And, you know, it's not about work. It was about just life. And, you know, it was just, we covered a lot of things. So we, you know, got real close with those guys. And also, we did a class, a mixology class, and learned a lot.
It was fun. It was like $15 a piece. And he gave us a little backstory on some alcohol and things like that. And then he taught us how to make like 3 drinks.
Yep.
And then after that, we got to pick our own ingredients and make our own.
Yeah, customize our own. That was fun.
That was fun. Tony's was good. Mine tastes like a trash bag. No, it wasn't that bad.
It was real alcohol forward.
Mine was very citrusy.
And alcohol forward. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that's it. So, you know, even if you don't drink alcohol, they make juice drinks too, which are good. But hang out at the Alchemy Bar sometime because that's
definitely
like
on the Liberty.
Yes.
You'll love those guys.
Yeah,
and
they're
take
great.
Really good care of you.
Yeah, they will. Our room steward was very nice. Kept our room clean, and which they always do.
I think his name was Emmy or something like that.
Emmy.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. He was really nice. But I have noticed, like, on some blogs, some Facebook pages, people don't realize that how many times a day the room steward comes in your room has changed.
Yeah.
Because I've seen quite a few people complain that they didn't get morning and night service because of all the cleaning procedures, because of COVID. They only clean your room once a day. But they do give you the option to have it cleaned in the morning or in the evening.
Right. That's right.
We usually pick the evening time for them to come in so that way we can sleep in and we don't have to worry about somebody knocking on the door or the snooze and sign out. So just keep that in mind. They clean once a day now, but they still do a great job.
Yeah. So kudos to those guys.
Yeah. Overall, the layout of the ship was nice. It was easy to maneuver, easy to learn.
Yeah, than some of the bigger ships, for sure.
Yeah. It was set up, you know, a lot like the Valor or the Freedom, if you've ever been on those ships.
Yeah.
Something else that we really liked is the casino now.
Oh, yeah. For the non-smokers.
Right.
You know, it's nice to, if you want to gamble, you can gamble just as long as anybody else without the smoke.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of times we would go, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. that we would go and it'd just be so smoky. And we was like, you know what? I'd rather, you know, cash out and leave than to continue to smell smoke.
Yeah, which we understand for those that do smoke. You know, you have to go all the way out onto like the 10th deck in the back of the ship, and it can be kind of a pain in the butt. But being inside at the casino is really nice with it being smoke-free.
Agreed.
We also noticed like they cleaned all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Clean all the time. Like
morning, noon, and night.
The ship was spotless. Like the bathrooms were always clean.
Always.
The walkways were always clean. Like everything was always like sparkling and clean. So right. I do give them like 2 thumbs up.
I do too, because they was keeping us safe, which is keeping them safe.
Yeah.
And then we can all continue cruising.
Right. And then like the entertainment, we did go to Playlist Productions. Well, we seen them perform at the, what show is that? The Sailaway show, or the...
Yeah.
The little show they have at the beginning when you first get on the cruise ship. We did see them perform there, so we did that. It was okay.
It was,
they definitely needed some work.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 songs they did pretty good, but for the most part they definitely needed a little bit more work.
Yeah.
We had comedians. Tony and I went to every single show.
Every showing, man.
They have PG and rated R.
It was so much fun, dude. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah, the comedians were hilarious, so they did a good job on choosing them. And then, of course, you know, they did like the Love and Marriage show.
Oh yeah,
and they
typical Love and Marriage.
Did Deal or No Deal,
which I actually like that. I mean, it's fairly new, and they got a few more like that we haven't got a chance to see, like, you know, like Connect 4 and all the, you know, the newer ones. They got Family Feud on some ships.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to see all of those little cool things like that.
Yep. So it's gonna be great. So I think that's pretty much it. Like overall, like it's a really great ship. It's pretty, it's clean. A lot of the staff are nice.
Yeah. So it's like 95%. Like we love the experience. And yeah. We enjoyed ourselves.
I mean, you know, we understand things are going to be different for a while because of COVID. So it's kind of understandable. It's a little frustrating, but then it's not frustrating at the same time.
Right.
So I would say, like, you know, if you're planning to go on the Carnival Liberty, I would suggest it. It's a nice ship.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. They had the dive-in movies where you can watch them out on the pool deck.
Yeah, about the same 2 or 3, but...
They did. They played the same 2 or 3 movies all week long. And they also provide like blankets if you get cold. So it's nice.
Yeah.
So yes, I would recommend the Carnival Liberty.
Thumbs up for sure.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's a nice ship.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our little video. I'll insert some pictures of our alchemy bartenders, some of the food.
The comedians probably.
The comedians, and things like that, just so you guys can see. But
so yeah, so stay tuned. Our next review will be about the Horizon.
The Carnival Horizon.
So stay tuned for that, because we did a back-to-back. It was supposed to be 2 times on the Horizon, but it broke down. So we got the Liberty, and then we got the Horizon after it got back to running. So yeah, we'll save all of that for that next video. So stay tuned so you can get the next video. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching our video. We appreciate you. Love you. Love you. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share our videos. It'll help us grow our channel. We're trying, man. And don't forget to ring the bell, so you can get notified as soon as we post something. Yep. Thank you, guys. Bye. Peace.